Now, page 4, the scandal that isn't. The Democrat mantra of this phony nexus between the Trump campaign and high-level Russian officials to affect the outcome of the 2016 presidential election is at best laughable. Why? Because there's not a shred of evidence of any kind of collusion. Yes, but we do have this. Team Hillary met with the Russian ambassador during the presidential election cycle. Now, wait a minute. Could it be that the Clinton campaign colluded with Russia to affect the outcome of the election? Why aren't Democrats asking that? The ambassador also met with members of the Trump campaign. And do you know why? Because that is the ambassador's job. He meets with important people. And as of what? June 2016, the world knew that either Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton was going to be the 45th president of the United States. Therefore, it would make sense for the Russian ambassador and the Chinese ambassador and the British ambassador and so on to meet with representatives of Team Trump and Team Clinton. Yet, the Democrats continue to proffer half-truths in an attempt to bolster the false narrative that the Trump campaign somehow, some way, did something wrong.
The most important thing to focus on with our problems with Russia is the fact that we were hacked. And that
I assume the we is the DNC, the Democrat National Committee, was hacked. By the way, they knew they were hacked and apparently didn't do anything about it. But the only way that we knew or know, supposedly, that there is a link between this hack and Russia is compliments of the Obama administration. We have been given exactly zero evidence that it was the Russians. Only hearsay, only verbal accounts from former Obama administration officials. Now, how do we know that the Obama administration was not laying the foundation for what we have now? People like Congresswoman Maxine Waters coming out there saying that we've got to have an investigation surrounding the Trump administration or the then Trump campaign and its ties to Russia. How do we know? That's not exactly what the Obama administration was doing, laying this foundation. Roll tape.
Our Democratic National Committee, some of the members of Congress, et cetera, that Russia interfered with our elections.
Stop the tape. Almost impossible for that statement to be true. Why? Because there are more than 1,000 unique voter precincts all across America in the 50 states and various counties within those 50 states, all using different systems that may or may not be electronic, that may or may not be internet-based. It's absolutely impossible for the Russians to have, at this point in our election process, almost impossible for them to have any kind of effect on the 2016 election. Again, it's a false narrative to try and discredit this president. Roll tape.
And they attempted to undermine our democracy.
Stop the tape. I'll tell you what is undermining our democracy. It is the modern Democrat Party, and it is corrupting the voter rolls. It wants to have corrupt voter rolls. It wants to have illegal immigrants vote. It doesn't want voter ID for all the same reason. That's so we can have a slightly corrupt system. We can have people voting who shouldn't be voting. We can have dead people voting. So these people like Maxine Waters and others in the Democrat Party can continue to win elections with phony votes so they can continue to stay in power. That's what this is all about. So this nonsense will not stop. The Democrats have their little issue now, and they're going to attempt to ride it to victory in 2018. However, a couple problems with this game plan. One, it's a lie. And two, if that's all they got for an election victory strategy, then even the buffoonish Republican leadership in Congress should be able to retain power in both chambers.